I'll go. Well, good morning YouTubers, and welcome back to the David Swordplay channel. As you can see, this morning I'm riding the R12 GS. I suppose you could call it a retro bike, harking back to the 1980s when they built the original GS. But this is a little bit different. It's a genuine off-road machine. So anyway, here we are on board the R12 GS. Now, as you can see, it's got a retro dial on it. All the normal BMW switch gear, the whiz wheel. We've even got a mounting on, which is for mounting the new sort of Apple CarPlay sat nav, I believe, that BMW supply. It's got obviously fully adjustable suspension with 217 millimeters travel on the front and 200 on the back, and it has a ground clearance of about 240 millimeters. So I would imagine you'd be able to do serious off-road on this. Now, I don't know what options are fitted on this bike, but you could go on the Bauker Motorrad website and you can see all the options that are listed for it. I believe this has a sump guard on it, which is not standard, and also the paintwork I think is a £300 option. But engine sounds nice and throaty. It's obviously the 4-valve heads on it. It produces about 109 horsepower and 115 newton meters of torque, so it's quite a little machine really. The suspension seems quite nicely set up. Like I say, it is fully adjustable, and the ride is quite in the Goldilocks position really. It's not firm but not soft, and it rides very well. It's a very agile bike. I think it weighs 229 kilos fully fueled, but with no rider on or luggage, and got Brembo brakes on it. So yeah, it's a genuine off-roader really, but rides very nicely on the road. It's easy to live with. And it's certainly got a fair tune of speed. Runs really well. Obviously there's not a lot of wind protection on it. A little fairing round the front speedo binnacle. It has USB ports on it, and the Hella type socket for accessories. So yeah, quite a nice bike. It's obviously well made. It's a BMW, and we expect quality from BMW now. And as I say, very impressed with the ride. It's really nice. But I need to find a petrol station very quickly. because we're running out of petrol. So yeah, I believe it's on a 21-inch front tubeless spoked wheel and a 17-inch rear. Now if you get the Enduro pack, I believe that rear wheel changes to a 18-inch, which obviously accommodates more off-road rubber. So yeah, very nice so far, and off we go. Fuel light came on. Fuel light came on. It's certainly got a turn off speed to it. Really picks his feet up. Lots of low down torque. Brakes are nice and progressive. No snatchiness about them. So yes, plenty of pull in this engine. It's a Brewing engine from BMW, boxer air and oil cooled. Like I say, 4 valves per cylinder bank, counter shaft 1170cc. So yes, very nice power delivery. The fueling is very, very smooth. And we're tootling along second gear, 20 mile an hour through these 20 mile an hour zones. And the ride, like I say, is exceptional really. I was expecting it to be quite bouncy, but actually it's not at all. It's, this road that we're riding on at the moment is notoriously bad. So we'll see what it's like when we get into the twisties up ahead slightly. But yeah, it tunnels along at 30 miles an hour. There are a range of options for this bike which are all on the website. I can't really go through them all now, so if you want to check that out, I'd suggest you go on to the Bauke Motorrad website or BMW Motorrad, and all the options are listed for you there. Now I spec'd one up the other day, configured it if you like, with the base black paintwork. This is a £300 option on this bike, and sump guard, which wasn't standard. What else did I put on it? Gold spoke wheels, which are a £50 option, I think. And I ended up with a bill, if I was to buy that bike, of about £15,250. Now, as I did some acceleration work there was a lot of vibration coming through the seat. It's not unpleasant, but let's see what it's like around the corner. The 21-inch wheel obviously pushes out a little bit, not like a 19-inch wheel, but it goes around the corners really well. You can lean it into the corner, fire it out of the corner, and it's quite it doesn't change direction as quickly as I would like, but that could be just me getting used to the bike. This is quite a bumpy road we're on now, and it really soaking up the bumps very well, so very impressed with the suspension on it, really good. And like I say, the engine and torque, etc. The R12 GS, as you can see, it's got really meaty front upside down forks, which are fully adjustable. They look like they've been moved through the clamp slightly on this. I don't know whether that's a standard setting. We've got 310 Brembo brakes with 2 pot calipers on each side. I think this model's fitted with a stainless steel exhaust and a sump guard, which are all options. As you can see, that's the 109 horsepower, 115 newton meters of torque engine, and of course the old shaft drive with a Mazzoghi fully adjustable rear suspension on it. And I believe this is the standard exhaust. There is an Akrapovic can available for it, and again, all adding to the price, has a front oil cooler and also a steering damper on it. We have the BMW CarPlay type mount on there. I think that's an option as well. Heated grips, I think maybe standard. Cruise control is standard. There are rider modes on it, we'll go through them after. And so there it is. This is the tricolour model. I think it's a £300 extra. So 21-inch front wheel with Michelin Anarchy tyres on it, and a 17-inch rear wheel. Now the gear shift appears to have a quick shifter. I could be wrong, but I think it is fitted, and the gear shifting is very nice, very smooth. So yeah, there it is, the R12 GS, harking back to the bike of the 1980s. And of course he won the Paris-Dakar in 1981. So yeah, so back to basics, if you like, R12 GS. We'll just bring Tony in, see what he thinks. Tony, you gonna...
To be honest,
Well,
I don't really like it.
you don't like it?
No.
Right, okay.
I prefer a bit more
Wind protection, etc.
etc. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a bit too
Basic.
basic. Yeah, basic for me.
I think that's the idea really. If you want, it's the early GS. It's a good off-road. It's got lots of ground clearance.
That's what it is, isn't it? It's an
Yeah.
off-roader really.
Yeah, but it rides really well on the road. The suspension is excellent. So yeah.
You can't go touring on it though.
I suppose you can. I mean, it's got straps there for putting soft luggage on. So.
Seat's a bit minimalist, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. But that's what people like, I suppose.
It's sort of down to what you want, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So there it is, folks. You pays your money and you takes your choice, as we said before. I quite like the looks of the bike. Tony's not so keen. He's a bit of a GS fanboy. So
I'd like a few more bits on it.
he likes a few more bits on it, where I would prefer probably that bike to a GS. So divided opinion in the David Sword play camp, but we like it. Oh, I like it.
Can I have a sit on it?
Yeah. So Tony's going to climb on now, see what he thinks. So what do you think, seating wise? Very comfortable, I have to say.
It's a good size for me. 99% flat foot.
Yeah.
So it's lacking in protection for me. I'm a bit girly. I like a bit of wind protection and stuff like that. But it's it's light enough, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. Okay then, we'll get back on it and ride it a bit more and see what we feel. So it's not too bad for standing up on. For doing off-road, I'd like the bars a bit higher though. So we've got varying opinions. We've got Tony, who is a GS fanboy. He doesn't like the looks of it. It's too minimalist for Tony. I certainly would prefer this to a big GS. I think it's got the right amount of power. It's got plenty of torque. The ride quality is excellent. Although there's no wind protection, as Tony said, you soon get used to that, and it runs really nicely. I really am quite impressed with this bike. I think the ride of it is very, very good. Plenty of torque, and handles really well, even though it has a 21-inch front wheel. Now the only thing I found compared to my V85, I think the V85 it definitely changes direction better than the R12, but I would prefer the R12's power obviously to the V85. It's just a really nice, well thought out bike in my opinion. I think this is what BMW have needed in the range, although the price is very, very salty, I have to say. Compared to say other brands, of course BMW is a premium brand and you do pay premium money for it, Right, now we've sorted that camera out, we'll get on the move again. Yeah, it's plenty of torque. So on a nice sunny day, blasting down these type of roads, ideal bike for it. Yeah, so I've got no gripes. It's a little vibey, the engine, you can feel it coming through the seat, but as I say, it's not unpleasant vibes. Lets you know the engine's there. I mean, it does produce, as I say, over 100 horsepower. The brakes are nice and progressive. I'll put the all the details of the bike are on the BMW Motorrad website, so you can look there. We're just trying to give you an impression of what it's like to ride. This is the only thing I find with that 21-inch front wheel, it's not as eager to get into the corner, but it is built for off-roading, I think, and I think they've done a great job on the way it handles on road, and you'd soon get used to it. It's one of these bikes that you get used to very easily. I mean, we've got heated grips, we've got cruise control, we have modes, and I haven't actually looked into them yet, but I'll put up on the screen how many modes it has. We just left it in road for now, and obviously it will have an off-road mode that will take the ABS off the back a bit, I would imagine, to make it more compatible with off-road. So yeah, not a bad bike. Not a bad bike at all. It's got quite a lot of engine braking when you back off the throttle, which is, I suppose, handy to have off-road. I like the round dial on it and the little digital information screen on it, although I do believe it doesn't actually have a fuel gauge. I think the tank's about 15.5 litres, I could be wrong again. I'll put it up on the screen. So it's has some little foibles. Like I say, modern day bikes all seem to have fuel gauges on now, so it's riding really well over these bumpy roads, though, I have to say. Suspension is really well tuned. So let's go through the basics. Riding position is excellent. If you were going to do a lot of off-road on this bike, I would suggest a pair of bar risers to bring the bars up slightly. When you're standing up, you're tending to reach for the bars. The mirrors are nicely placed, you can see out of them very well. The handlebars are nice and wide and give you plenty of leverage to move the front wheel, so that's nice. Steering damper on the bike is standard, and as I say, all round the ride my legs are nice and comfortable. They're not bumping into anything. They've got a nice bend in them, a relaxed bend, and I can flat foot this bike if I try really hard, but it's easy on the balls of your feet. and as I say, it's a very nice handling bike. So there it is, folks. There is the R12 GS. Not a disappointment. The only thing I would criticise is the price. Takes your money and you pays your money and takes your choice. Yes, I would. I'd buy one. I like this bike a lot. It goes back to an era of motorcycling that I enjoyed, and I think you could make it a really nice back roads bike, do a bit of off-roading on it, and you could do touring on it. Alright, you're open to the elements, but that's what it's all about for me. It is a good scrambler, if that's what we're going to call it. But it's more than that. I think it's not just a scrambler, it's a bike that you could use on and off-road. It'd be quite good in town. It's quite nimble. It carries its weight well. 229 kilos fully fueled is not light, but it carries the weight very well and you don't feel intimidated by it. So the R12 GS gets a thumbs up from me. I like this bike a lot. It has got LED lights. As I say, it's got cruise control. We've got modes on it. Enduro mode. So we've got road, we've got enduro, we've got rain and road. So you've got 3 modes on it, but I think you can also get an enduro plus mode, which gives you a bit more flexibility off-road. So yeah, great bike. I really like this bike. I think BMW have done a great job bringing back a retro type GS. If the only criticism I would have would be the price. It's quite an expensive bike, but as I say, quality build, quality BMW. So thanks for watching. If you've got any comments below, if I can answer any questions, just leave them in the comments below. I'll leave the details of the dealership in the description below. If you live in the northwest of England or even in England, give them a call if you'd like a run out on this bike. They're very happy to let you have a ride on it, and you can feel the history coming through this bike. So I like it a lot, and as I say, it's a very comfortable motorcycle. So there we are, folks, and this is David Swordplay saying thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video, which hopefully will be from the Isle of Man.